So often I go through my fragrances just to see where they at in the cooking process. So I just wanted to give somewhat of a maceration update for some new fragrances that I have purchased, some that have been cooking for a little minute, just to see if they've changed or if I can smell other notes. So if you're interested to see the update on some of these fragrances, please keep on watching. If you are new here, beautiful, welcome to the channel. I do hope you consider subscribing. We have lots of fun here and we smell good too. And if you are returning, hey friend, make sure you are subscribed to the channel as it does help for us to grow. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. Up first is this gorgeous bottle right here. This is a Leen by Lattafa. I've heard a few people, one specifically, I think her name, how you pronounce it, is Olipop. She is another fragrance reviewer on YouTube, and she convinced me to buy this. And I told her that. I was like, you convinced me to buy this and I don't love it the way you love it. Why don't I love it? I don't know why, but I just didn't smell all of the things. And so I have been letting her cook and sitting in my, my layer with the cap off just to see, you know, does she, okay, wait a minute now. Okay. She needed a season. She needed a season to cook because I've actually had this for several months now. I cannot find this on Fragrantica, so I'm reading the notes off of the Lattafa website. It opens with turmeric, bergamot, and pepper, along with ginger. In the mid, there's tuberose, black pepper, osmanthus, and mango. Okay, and in the base, there's incense and musk. What I'm getting is something creamy, something fruity, and something incensey for sure. This actually smells really, really nice. I smell it's almost like the mango is coming in and out. Like I smell the sweetness of the mango, then I kind of get a little bit of tanginess of the mango. There's something creamy going on in here. I'm sure it's the tuberose. I get the ginger, but it's not like a super spicy fragrance to my nose. Now, of course, because she has been cooking and she might not be where she is supposed to end up, but I will say the journey is getting better, 100%. I would say I've had this maybe about 4 months. And the first few times I sprayed it, I was like, I don't really smell much. It doesn't really smell nice. I don't know what's going on here, but I will honestly say that the time in the closet and leaving her alone and just spraying her those few times has definitely got the juices flowing in this. So Leen, if I had to rate this fragrance right now, I would give it a 7. I would give it a 7 out of 10 with regards to, you know, if I felt like I would wear it and just want to gravitate and pull for it. It does smell like a scent that you would wear in the colder months. Like it smells like a colder month scent just because of some of the spiciness, the creaminess from the tuberose, and the incensiness. It feels like a warm hug, if you will. Would I wear this in the dead of summer? Probably not. Maybe in the very dark evening times. But it's definitely getting better for sure. So I'm glad I held on to this. Thank you, Olipop, for the recommendation. I'm sure I'll have this for years to come. It's not something that I feel like I would, you know, just spray all over and spray, you know, all the time, unless, you know, once she got to where she was supposed to get to, I fell in love. So this is a Leen by Lattafa. Up next is Peach Aurum. This is a fragrance with Navitus Perfume in collaboration with Sharita M. This is, when I first sprayed it, was very bready and somewhat sweet, a hint of cinnamon, and then you got the sweetness you got in the background, but for me and my nose, I could not discern a peach note. Like it smelled sweet, but I wasn't able to be like, oh, that's a peach. Now I have sprayed this since, you know, letting it cook, if you will. and the peach has gotten louder. I remember spraying it and saying, oh, hello, peach. I can absolutely smell the peach note for sure. The florals in here, the rose is really pretty. That puff pastry bread note is still here. It's beautiful to me. It's cozy. I kept saying cozy over and over, but it's a cozy, warm, comforting type of bread scent. Like if you were to walk into a fresh bakery, or, you know, if you have a friend or a family member that bakes bread and they just baked something, had it out the oven and it was cooling on a wire rack, like that beautiful smell that just perfumes the room. That's the puff pastry scent you get here. Very sweet. There's sugar in here. She's coming to play. She's getting louder. I have not worn her in a while, so I can't really speak to if the longevity has increased. I want to say I got about 4 or 5 hours or so when I first wore her. So I'm assuming, you know, the longevity might get a little bit longer, but I have, you know, I got a little cute little dent in here. I have worn her a couple of times, just not a ton. But I'm super excited that that peach note is coming through, and the amaretto in here, it smells less boozy to me and more just almondy. So it doesn't smell like liquor, if you will, just kind of like, you know how you put almond extract in something and it just gives it that perfect almond note. That's what it smells like in here to me. So this is definitely improving with projection and me being able to smell all of the notes as they are for sure. So I've had this since, so I went to Scent Explorer and I had already ordered it and it had not arrived. So I want to say that was early December. So I've had this for probably about a month and a half or so. But she cute and she getting better. So I'm enjoying this. And hopefully I can get some really good wears before it starts to get, you know, springtime, summertime, or whatever. Because I can't see myself pulling for this unless I wear it to bed. And maybe I'll do that. So this is Peach Aurum by Navitus Parfum in collaboration with Sharita M. Next is Shaghaf Oud Vanilla Toffee by Swiss Arabian. This fragrance caused some uproar, a tizzy with the girls, all of the things. Because to hear the notes and then to smell the fragrance was like, who lied? Did the notes lie or did the fragrance lie? I don't know. Like, people heard coffee, toffee, dates, vanilla, sugar, brown sugar, everything. And when they got the scent, to a lot of people's nose, this smelled burnt. It smelled burnt or charred or something was going on in here. And in my bottle, I'm not going to lie, I liken the scent to Arabian coffee. So it smelled like Arabic coffee. And it's a very strong and prominent scent. And so I'm like, okay, they have coffee in here. Maybe it's the Arabic coffee. And so the note is definitely different and unique for me. I don't think I have anything in my collection that smells like this. And so for that reason, it was a little bit intimidating to wear. Like, I like the scent, but I kind of felt like, you know, is the note going to turn on me? Is it going to, you know, settle down? Like, let me just let her cook. Okay. Let me let her cook in the kitchen. Now, what I will say is that it has dialed down significantly. Like, if it was at a 10, it's at a 2 in my bottle. So I smell it more prominently when I spray it out of the bottle. I've had it on this tester for probably about a few minutes and it's nearly gone. I smell toffee. I smell dates. I smell something almost fruity, like sweet, like really sweet and almost like a brightness, if you will. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not a bright scent. It's not. It's still got all the woods, all the deep notes, but I do smell something uplifting in here. I'm not getting like milk. I'm not getting like a milky note like you would in like a Bianco latte or a Blanche Bet or anything like that, but there is milk in here. This smells coffee, toffee, a little bit of brightness, woodsy, caramelly, but I will give a caveat. It still is very pungent. It's not your Bianco lattes. It's not your Eclair. It's not your typical gourmand, if you will. It is complex. This is a complex vanilla toffee. That cardamom in here, these other spices, maybe that walnut note might be giving it something a little bit different, because I don't know that I have a scent in my collection with walnut at all. So I can't say, oh no, it doesn't smell like walnut, or yes, it does. But I do know that the hull of the walnut, like that coating around the nut, can be a little bit bitter. So maybe that's what's in here that's kind of giving people that off-putting note. But I'm telling you, this card is like night and day from when I spray her out, caveated with the fact that it still is a very complex scent that is not a safe blind buy, in my opinion, unless you like strong fragrances, you like things that are unique, you like things that are polarizing, you like things that are conversations for sure. So I would say that this has definitely gotten better. I would probably test this out at home more, just to make sure that it's something that I could vibe with and wear out and feel comfortable, and not like I'm, gonna choke somebody out with the fragrance, and that it kind of wears on my body chemistry and becomes more toffee like. But definitely that note in the beginning has gone from a 10 to a 2. So I'm super happy about that. This is Vanilla Toffee by Swiss Arabian. Here is my newest baby to the collection. Now I'm testing her out because, of course, we know I feel like I have a bottle that may not be made by Swiss Arabian, because she, over the course of as long as I've had her, has not changed, has not gotten stronger. I don't know, maybe a little stronger, went from a 2 to a 3, but for the most part, it's and when I sprayed my new one, I actually got something pretty good. And so I just want to see if she's gotten even better in the short time that I have had her. So let's check it out. Let's check out Mrs. Casablanca. Okay. I would say she's about the same. I smell that crisp apple. Yeah, I smell the apple for sure. I smell a little bit of spices, a little vanilla. I wouldn't say warm apple pie as of yet, but this smells night and day from her. So I'm going to keep letting Casablanca cook. I'm going to leave her alone because, like I said, she's the newest one. I've only had this for maybe a couple weeks, probably like 2, maybe at the most 3 weeks. And so I'm just going to leave her alone for a little while and come back to her. And hopefully she is doing what I need her to do come springtime. Okay, so like I said, I do smell way more perfume on this new tester with the new Casablanca than the old one. And I'm really excited to see how she continues to bloom and cook in the kitchen. Well, really cook in the closet, because I got all my fragrances in the closet. So anyway, this is Casablanca's, this is Swiss Arabian's Casablanca. Up next is Teriaq Intense. This scent was not an instant love for me like so many others. Like, they were just like, oh my goodness, I love this, I love this, I love this. And what I'm finding is that either people love the original like crazy and, not so much this one, or vice versa. They are loving this one and are like, get that original one away from me. Now, I'm in the camp of loving the original down, but I do want to try and get my money's worth out of, the intense version. So, I'm trying to let her cook and see what's going on here. Now, the notes here are saffron and bergamot at the top. In the mid, there's plum liqueur and cinnamon. And in the base, there's amber, tonka, and benzoin. Now, the plum liqueur note is the note that's not vibing with me. And I don't know if it's the blend of the plum liqueur with something else, because there's fragrances that I have with plum that I adore. I absolutely adore. So it's not that I don't like that note in fragrance. It's just something about the way that it's blended here. So I still smell it. I don't know. It's still not my favorite. It's a beautiful scent. I can appreciate it. You know, I feel like offer this to, you know, not offer like give. I just mean offer like smell to, you know, just different women in my life. And they will say, oh, that's a beautiful scent. This is interesting. Where'd you get that? What's that called? I've never smelled it. So I'm not taking away the beauty of it. It smells well blended. It just doesn't vibe with me. But I'm gonna keep letting her, you know, sit in the closet. I'm gonna see what she do. If by the spring time we still on the same trajectory, I'm gonna have to let her go, to be honest, because I'm working with limited space. So at either rate, this is Teriaq Intense. I'm still working to see if I can get with that plum liqueur. Baby, Noble Blush really didn't need no time to cook, but I just wanted to bring her out and see it, you know, let y'all know how much she has changed and or not, okay? She is beastly. Like, this rose milk note is bow, right out the bottle. You get a little bit of almond, something sweet, but she is like, she gets on you and she sticks on you and she does not let go until you wash her out. This fragrance is pretty, it's powdery, there's a brightness here, so it's not just like milky, creamy, and just kind of nauseating, but it's a bright milk. Like, it's that rose in there smells somewhat modern, like how you would smell like a Delina modern type of rose. Ooh, I have been enjoying this one. I remember I went skating with this scent and I could smell myself going around the rink. Like, I smelled myself going and coming. It was crazy. And of course, you know, when you're sweating or when you're working out or, you know, whatever, you're perspiring. So your fragrance is kind of like working a little bit. That was very confusing. When you're skating, you're perspiring. And so your fragrance is working. You feel it radiating off of you. And that's what I did. But I smelled it all around that rink. Stunning, gorgeous, 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. I don't know if it's gotten stronger or not because it was beast mode when I first got it, but she good. There's been no change in a bad way, for sure. And every time I wear her, I can always smell it the next day on my clothes, 100%. Y'all, if you ain't tried this one, try this one. She cute. Noble Blush, Lattafa. Baby, last but certainly not least on the Maceration update, this is Kayali's Yum Bougie Marshmallow. When I first sprayed this, I want to say I got it around the same time as I got Peach Aurum, and it was a little lackluster. No, I got it around the same time as Noble Blush. It was a little lackluster. I'm like, why can I smell a lot? Like, it's very, very faint. And I think I likened it to, you know how when you first lift up the flap off of a cold thing of ice cream and you kind of just sniff and you get that light, cold smelling strawberry ice cream scent. That's what it smelled like to me out of the bottle. But now, and I will have to eat some humble pie, and I'm fine with that. Okay, just put a little whipped cream on top, put a little bit of Yum Bougie Marshmallow on top. This fragrance has completely morphed, bloomed, blossomed, and I get the strawberry, I get the whipped cream, I get the vanilla. I mean, it is beautiful. It's like, look at the dent. Now, a part of the dent is because when I first got it, I was like, I can't smell it. I can't smell it. You know, I'm spraying it. But now I do. And what I'm realizing, and I've said this before, I may stop doing first impressions on KLE fragrances because you literally have to give them time. I may just at least sit with them for a week, because I know the challenge behind trying to make sure you get your video up early and things like that. But, you know, I may sit with it for a week, just so that I can give it time to cook and blossom, so I can try and smell what it's really supposed to smell like. Because this is beautiful. It's beautiful. It's pretty. It's ethereal. It's whimsical. It's fun. Like, this smells like a yum bougie marshmallow milkshake with a strawberry, and it's good. Now, the performance is not like crazy. It's not like Yum Pistache, because Yum Pistache be out here kind of like Lattafa's Noble Blush. Now, she don't last all night long, but she do be, you know, kicking, okay? She be kicking for a little minute. But this is beautiful. Like, I layered this the other day, and I may do a layering video. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little chatty, so forgive me. But I put on, it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but I'm serious. I put on vanilla leather. Put that on first. Then I sprayed on Forever Moods, what is it? Hard to Get, the one in the yellow bottle. And then I spritzed this on top. When I tell you, I was smelling myself like crazy. Like, I was intoxicated with myself. It smells so good to me. I had to wake up the next day and wear it. And then when I took my shower at night, I had to do that same layering combination to wear to bed. Like, it smells so good. It smells so good. So at either rate, this is a beautiful scent. It has definitely bloomed. If you got this and didn't like it, returned it because you were like, I can't smell nothing, you may want to go back to your local Sephora and smell a bottle that's been open, that's been sitting there, that has been played with, because I guarantee you it don't smell the same as when you first open the box. So this one has gotten 4x better, okay? 10 times better. Love it. Love, love, love this one. I even have a backup bottle of this. So this is Yum Bougie Marshmallow by KLE. Alrighty, you guys. So that is it for my maceration updates. Some of these I'm still letting cook. Some of these I am pleased at where they are in their journey and their process. Some of them I'm wearing already and wearing them out, okay? So let me know, do you have any of these fragrances? What do you have in your closet, your layer, your drawer, your cabinet, or whatever that is macerating? Has any of your maceration projects led to something beautiful? Let me know down in the comments. And with that being said, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, as it does help for us to grow. And make sure you're being kind to yourself. Make sure you're being kind to others. And peace and love, y'all. The world needs it. Bye.